Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about setting goals, and we're going to be using Jim Rohn's method to do it. Some of you guys may be wondering, why setting goals? So I chose goal setting because I think it's one of the most important things that we can do in our life. I think it gives you a direction as where you want to go. And I chose Jim Rohn's method because it really provided a clear way of doing it that's also in-depth enough that it makes you really think about what you're doing and where you want to take your life in like 10 years. It takes about 30 minutes, but I think after those 30 minutes, you'll have yourself a list of goals that you can follow. I'm going to be using the directions from his book, 7 Strategies for Wealth and Happiness. I'll be following them along with you guys so you could do it at home or wherever you are right now. So what you'll need for this is, you don't need a glass of water, that's just me because the light is hot, but you will need a pen, a paper, and a timer if you don't have one. You can use the stopwatch on your phone, somewhere you can just keep track of time basically. Alright, so step 1 on your sheet of paper, he wants us to write long-term goals on top, and he wants us to write a list of the things that we want in 12 to 15 minutes, and that's the key, is to not take super long doing this and just to let your mind flow and get it all out on paper. He has some guide questions for us. Some of them are, what do I want to do? What do I want to be? What do I want to see? What do I want to have? Where do I want to go? And what will I like to share? So go ahead and set your timers. I'll say 15 minutes for mine. And I'm gonna do this along with you guys just to get another update on what I want in my life. Let's begin. Like I said, just let it out. Just don't be so detailed. Write shortcuts if you need to. He said try to get around 50 items if possible. If not, that's fine too. But just free flow. Just let your mind get it out on paper. Alright, let's go ahead and hit start. And you can pause here if you want to do it on your own before we move on to the next step. Alright guys, time's up for our 15 minutes. Hopefully you have your list in front of you. I don't think I got to 50, but let's count mine out. 1, 2, I have 39. I didn't even get to 40. Jeez. I'm a simple man. I'm pretty relaxed, so. Alright, next thing. After having your goals listed in front of you, take some time to review it. The next part is to number the items in relation to how many years you think it'll take to achieve. The items you want to achieve in a year or so, put 1 next to it, and then after that we'll move on to 3 years, and then after that we'll move on to 5 years, and then after that we'll move on to 10 years. So go ahead and do that now. Alright, next thing to do after you have your list numbered is to take a tally on how many 1s you have, how many 3s, how many 5s, how many 10s. And yeah, just start writing them down. I'll write mine here. 1, 3, 5, and 10. It'll give you an idea as far as to what you thought about in your life. So for example, if you have a lot of 1-year goals, you may have not thought about your life in the future yet. Kind of like mine, I have a lot of 1-year goals and not a lot of 10-year goals. Same thing for reverse. If you have a lot of 10-year goals or 5-year goals, but not really much 1-year goals, it could mean that you postpone things off at a later date instead of acting now. But yeah, let's go ahead and tally it up. I already know I have a lot of 1-year goals. A lot of 1-year goals here, a few 3s and a few 5s. So I definitely have to think out what else I want to have in 10 years. And yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next part, which is picking 4 out of each year. So 1, 3, 5, and 10. And these 4 are the most important ones out of the list. Alright, now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and I can't think of the word.
For this step, write a detailed description for each goal and why you want it. Jim Rohn says what you want is a powerful motivator only if there's a good reason behind it.
Alright, after this, you should have a pretty good description of what you want and why you want it for each item. Maybe you noticed while you were writing the why that, I don't really have a good why, so maybe this item's not really important to me personally on my list. Is having a lake house and live by the beach. And my why for that is because it's nice. Obviously, it's not very important to me. It's not something I need to have in my life. And that's just one of the examples. So after you wrote down your 16 goals, it's time to put them down on a separate sheet of paper, the ones you want to keep, that is, and to have that list with you. You can keep looking at it and keep making progress towards it, because that's the whole point of all of this, right? Is to get you to think of what you want in life and to help you plan it. And for me, doing this again, my goals have definitely changed from the last time I did it, and some of them I did achieve and some of them I decided not to because they weren't as important to me. And even doing this now, like some of the goals I've previously been thinking about, I realized that I actually don't want some of them. This is not a one-time thing. This is an ongoing process. So whenever you feel like you want to update your goals, now you have a process to go ahead and do that. And yeah, I hope this helps you as much as it's helped me. So that's it. If you joined me throughout the whole thing, thanks for watching. Leave a like and a subscription for this video. Peace.